I hear the news, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, and I'm just going to carry on with my life. It's very easy because it doesn't affect us. We feel like it's so far away. But just imagine for a moment, if multiple buildings just collapsed, think about how many families were just gone in a matter of moments. I can't even see my own child sick. I can't even see my own mother have a cough, let alone just realizing that one moment I have my entire family, and the next moment an entire block of people are completely gone and they've gone back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's very, very heartbreaking, and subhanallah, so many signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are coming one after the other for us to be aware. Just a few quick points I want to mention about this. First of all, inshallah, we're hopeful that all of those who lost their lives are shuhada in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Sahibul hadam, somebody who dies from something collapsing on them is considered a shaheed in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So yes, we are very hopeful that those who have iman and passed away, that they are going to be shuhada in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, it's a very important awakening for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Anfal, He tells us, وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He reminds us that trials are going to come one after the other. Whether it's a tsunami, whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a pandemic, whatever it may be, it will come. لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً. This calamity doesn't have a way to come and distinguish between who's righteous and who's not righteous. It's not going to come and say, okay, this person is praying their salah, so I'm just going to avoid them and go to that person. In terms of this dunya, the adhab and the musibah and the trial of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala affects both the pious and the impious. So we have to be aware when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's punishment comes, it doesn't just affect just any person, it affects everyone. And that's why we make the dua, Ya Allah, do not hold us accountable for the wrongdoings of those who commit dhulm and who commit wrong. You know, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, on one occasion, she hears the Prophet ﷺ saying that in the end times, an army will go to attack the Kaaba. An army will go to attack the Kaaba. And as the army is going to attack the Kaaba, there will be among them certain people who have good intentions. They're going there to do business, they're going to earn money. They have nothing to do with the attacking on the Kaaba. Nabi ﷺ says that an earthquake will come and it will, the earth will sink and eat everybody in that entire army to the point everybody's going to be go أَوَّلُهُمْ وَآخِرُهُمْ. Aisha radiallahu anha said, but there are certain people over there who didn't have the intention of attacking the Kaaba. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, يُبْعَثُ عَلَى نِيَّاتِهِمْ. Inshallah, on the day of judgment, whatever intention they had, they will be held accountable for that. If they had bad intentions, their adhab is waiting. If they didn't have bad intentions, they will not be taken by punishment. The reason this is important is oftentimes we think to ourselves when we see a calamity that, yeah, you see wrong is happening over there, so all of those people, they are sinful. No, there are certain people who have done wrong, that Allah knows best. But from our side, we support, we make dua, we contribute financially to make sure everybody gets the relief and support that they deserve. And the third and final thing that I want to mention, and inshallah we can wrap it up, is when we see calamities of this size, it's not something small. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam talks about the end times and he says, قَذْفٌ وَخَسْفٌ وَمَسْخٌ. As Qiyamus Sa'a draws near, you will see earthquakes, you're going to see, sandstorms, you're going to see transformations, you're going to see so many different types of signs, but you just have to be aware of them. When the pandemic happened, I still remember very vividly, the first signs, it started off in, Wuhan, China, where everybody's talking about, oh, it's happening over there, may Allah make it easy for them, and we're carrying on our lives as normal. A few months in it, all of a sudden, everybody's wearing masks. A few weeks after that, everybody in practically the entire world is quarantining. So we should never think for a moment that something like this is happening, oh, it's far off over there, it's never going to reach me. I remember very vividly, it was when the news started breaking out, so many people are saying, oh, it's so tough for them, mashallah, we're living in such comfort. 4 months into it, all of a sudden, everybody's quarantining. So these are signs from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First and foremost, our heart goes out to all of those people who have passed away. It's not something easy, it's something so difficult. And right now, it's still happening. People, and it's not a one-off thing, it's happening multiple times. It happened, then it happened again, then it happened again. Yes, there was the major earthquake that was 7.8 magnitude, but then many other small tremors continued to happen, and it's something for us to realize. Number one, we make dua for all of those who have lost their family members, who have lost their lives. It's not something easy. You know, subhanAllah, we lose one family member and we are so depressed and broken for days. Imagine households, hundreds, thousands of people in a moment of time just going. This is all the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and those who have iman always resign to the fact that if this is Allah's hikmah, definitely there's something khair in this, and we have no authority to judge the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, let's be very mindful of our own actions. Whenever something happened, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is walking, the wind would blow a bit strong, فَزِعَ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ. He would immediately run to the masjid and start praying salah. For many of us, we hear news like this. To give you an example, I'm on Facebook, I'm reading my feed, I see this news, I go, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I skip it, the next thing is something about cricket, and oh mashallah, I'm watching the whole thing. Then the next thing is some random, music related thing. The next thing is some movie trailer, and I'm watching it. Then the next one is, oh, so-and-so person died. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Then I go to the next one, and we're in this weird cycle where we've become immune, as though my heart is made out of rock, and I don't feel anything. I'm telling you, I'm talking about myself over here. I'm reading this news, tomorrow I'm going to go back to my life as normal. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us these reminders, وَذَكِّرْ وَذَكِّرْ. Remind ourselves that just like those people left, my time is coming soon as well, and let me be ready because I don't have time to prepare. So many people lost their lives. Do you think last night they were thinking, tomorrow I'm not going to be around anymore? How many of us have that certainty? I'm going to walk to my car thinking, mashallah, I'm going to go back to my family, I'm going to go back to my food, I'm going to go back to my job. We don't have any certainty. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. May Allah forgive all those who've lost their lives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give support. And ourselves, if we see any appeal, let us do our best to contribute towards it and help those who are in need. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.